beyond the reach of satellite lenses and the prying eyes of the digital age. There exists a map of the world that is never printed. It is a geography of silence, a collection of coordinates where the global elite vanish when the weight of empires becomes too heavy to bear. We often speak of wealth in terms of numbers on a screen or glass towers in the clouds. But true power is not found in what is seen. It is found in the ability to disappear. Tonight, we are pulling back the velvet curtain on the most guarded sanctuaries on Earth. These are not merely vacation homes. They are sovereign bubbles of absolute privacy, fortified by nature and high-tech invisibility. From the frozen fortresses of the Alps to the submerged palaces of the South Pacific, we are entering the silent world of the billionaire retreat, where the only currency that matters is anonymity. 1. The architecture of invisibility. To understand the hidden world of the ultra-wealthy, one must first understand that visibility is a liability. For those who command the world's markets, the ultimate luxury is not a gold-plated faucet, but the guarantee that no one knows where they are. This desire for total seclusion has birthed a new era of architectural alchemy, where massive estates are designed to bleed into the landscape until they become part of the earth itself. In the high deserts of the American West, there are structures built into the very red rock of the canyons, with glass that reflects the desert sun in a way that mimics the surrounding stone. From a distance, even from the air, these multi-million-dollar compounds look like nothing more than a trick of the light or a natural rock formation. Inside, however, they are cathedrals of modernism, featuring air filtration systems that rival surgical suites and security perimeters that utilize thermal, imaging, and seismic sensors. This is the first rule of the hidden retreat. If the world can see you, you haven't spent enough. 2. The silent sentinels of the deep blue. While many seek the mountains, others find their peace beneath the horizon line. There are private islands in the Lau archipelago, of Fiji, and the scattered gems of the Seychelles, where the land is merely a staging ground for what lies beneath. These retreats are protected by the vast, unforgiving moat of the ocean. Access is granted only via private seaplane or a fleet of silent, electric tenders that ferry guests from yachts anchored miles offshore. On these islands, the staff is trained in the art of the ghost. They provide everything while being seen by no one. The security here is often handled by former elite special forces who monitor the surrounding waters with underwater sonar, ensuring that no uninvited vessel ever breaches the sapphire perimeter. Here, a billionaire can walk barefoot on sand that has never known a tourist's footprint, breathing air that is filtered by thousands of miles of open sea, completely severed from the frantic pulse of the civilization they help lead. 3. Fortresses carved from ancient ice. In the jagged peaks of the Swiss Alps and the remote reaches of Iceland, the concept of a retreat takes on a more industrial, almost mythic quality. These are the mountain strongholds, places where the architecture is as cold and uncompromising as the climate. Imagine a residence bored deep into the side of a granite mountain, where the entrance is a nondescript tunnel disguised as a utility shed. Once inside, the tunnel opens into a subterranean garage filled with armored SUVs and custom snow crawlers. These retreats are built to survive not just a prying paparazzi lens, but the collapse of social order itself. They feature hydroponic gardens, vast art galleries illuminated by artificial sunlight, and oxygen-rich environments that make the thin mountain air feel like a tonic. In these frozen sanctuaries, the elite gather during the World Economic Forum or in times of global uncertainty, looking out through triple-paned, bulletproof glass at a world that feels light years away. It is a life lived in a high-tech cocoon, where the silence of the snow is the only soundtrack. 4. The verdant shadows of the Amazonian fringe. There is a specific kind of billionaire who eschews the cold for the humid, emerald embrace of the deep jungle. Along the edges of the Amazon and the remote rainforests of Costa Rica, there are retreats that redefine the concept of eco-luxury. These are not the rustic huts one might imagine, but sprawling pavilions of teak and glass suspended in the canopy. To reach them, one must navigate a labyrinth of private waterways or descend via helicopter onto a hidden pad shrouded by giant ferns. These retreats are designed to be entirely self-sustaining, powered by hidden solar rays and drawing water from deep, ancient aquifers. The appeal here is the raw, primal energy of the earth, tempered by the highest levels of comfort. It is a place to reconnect with the biological world while remaining shielded by a digital fortress. In the heart of the jungle, the sounds of the city are replaced by the roar of howler, monkeys and the rhythmic pulse of the rain, providing a sensory reset that no boardroom could ever offer. 5. Sovereign estates of the Old World. In the rolling hills of Tuscany and the rugged highlands of Scotland, the retreats of the elite often take the form of historical restoration. Here, the billionaire does not build a new home. They resurrect an old one. They purchase thousand-year-old castles or sprawling Renaissance estates and spend years retrofitting them with the latest technology. From the outside, these look like crumbling relics of a bygone era. But beneath the ivy and the weathered stone lies a network of fiber optics, panic rooms, and climate control vaults. These estates offer a different kind of seclusion. 1. Rooted in heritage and the sheer scale of the land. When you own the mountains as far as the eye can see, fences are unnecessary. The distance itself is the security. Guests spend their days hunting on private moors or tasting wine from vineyards that have been in production since the Medici, living a life that feels more like that of a medieval king than a modern titan of industry. 6. The submerged sanctuaries of the future. As technology advances, the final frontier of privacy is moving beneath the waves. We are now seeing the rise of semi-submerged retreats, where the living quarters are located 30 feet below the surface of the ocean. In places like the Maldives, these architectural marvels offer a view that no skyscraper can match. A 360-degree panorama of a living coral reef. The silence of the underwater world is absolute. There is no wind, no traffic, no noise from the world above, only the graceful movement of rays and the shimmering light of the sun filtering through the water. These retreats are the ultimate statement of exclusivity, requiring specialized engineering and constant maintenance. To sleep in a room where the walls are made of pressurized acrylic, watching the shadows of the deep move past your bed, is to experience a level of detachment from humanity that was once the stuff of science fiction. It is the pinnacle of the billionaire's quest for a world of their own. 7. The psychology of the invisible throne. One might wonder why a person who has everything would choose to hide so completely. The answer lies in the psychological burden of extreme wealth. To be a billionaire is to be a target, not just for physical threats, but for the constant demands of a world that wants a piece of your time, your money, or your influence. These hidden retreats are the only places where the mask can finally slip. In these sanctuaries, there are no meetings, no cameras, and no expectations. It is a return to the self. Whether it's a minimalist concrete box in the Japanese countryside or a sprawling ranch in New Zealand, the common thread is the creation of a private reality. It is the ability to control every variable of one's environment, from the temperature of the air to the people allowed within the gates. For those who own the world, the greatest achievement is occasionally finding a way to leave it behind. The world is a vast place, but for those with the means, it becomes a private playground of hidden corners and silent corridors. These retreats are a testament to the human desire for peace, even when that peace must be bought at a price most cannot imagine. If you found this journey into the hidden sanctuaries of the elite captivating, ensure you are part of our inner circle here at Pro Lecture. We invite you to like this video and subscribe to the channel to continue your exploration of the world's most exclusive lifestyles. Every week, we pull back the curtain on a new dimension of high-end living that few ever get to witness. Thank you for watching and for your continued presence in our growing community of connoisseurs. If you enjoyed this look at the world's most private estates, you won't want to miss our next feature, where we explore the most expensive private jets that serve as palaces in the sky. Until next time, this is Pro Lecture.